for the quick fire segment, and I have two gentlemen here, beginning with my immediate right, James Situma, who is now the director of Inspire Academy, Soccer Academy rather. He is an ex-international, former Leopards man, Sofapaka man, and Tusker FC captain. Good to see you, man.
Thank you.
How have you been?
Nimekuwa salama. Umetaja teams mingi.
Mingi bana. You've been everywhere. You were in Albania, FK Tirana.
Yes.
Basically, you are not faithful to your clubs.
So unajua vile mpira yetu iko, at times you need to kutafuta kidogo, but all in all, yes. I really appreciate the teams that I really turned up for. So. And
you're not aging. I think you can still go back to the pitch.
No. 7 years now.
7 years now.
Yeah.
But you can still play, can't you?
Maybe Sunday football. Yeah.
Maybe 10 minutes.
No. We do 2 hours. We can. We still have some energy.
Okay. Yeah. Good to see you.
Thank you.
And of course, to my far right is Mr. Abdul Wamta Mohamed. Karibu sana bana.
Asante sana.
Why the name Wamta?
Kwa sababu mimi ni kijana mtaa.
Wewe ni kijana wa mtaa? Na unacheza ball mtaa?
No, I used to play football. I played a bit back in the days, but now I'm focused on talent management and support. Talent management and support.
Yeah. And precisely that's what we're talking about. Talent management, growth and development, more so in Kenya and matters football. Why is it that our national football team, Harambee Stars, is starved of talents, yet we can't tap them, help them grow? Situma, I begin with you. You've kicked the ball and you know where the shoe pinches. Right now you're running an academy. Yes. I think you're the director, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Probably, first question, what formed this transition from football into managing an academy?
Yeah, you know, it was 2019 when I retired. I can say maybe unexpectedly because I thought I still have some energy to run around. But again, with the challenges that we face around our football industry, nikaona siwezi cheza. Then I realized, okay, what can I do now? And I nikakaa chini, then an idea came. Nikaona if I want to give back to the society, then I have to come up with a program whereby I will nurture and develop the talents. And that's where the Inspire Soccer Academy was born. That was 2019. And the main aim was, okay, beside developing and nurturing the talents, I wanted to make money.
You wanted to make money?
Of course. But unfortunately, you know, where we train or the environment that where I am, 90% or 98% of the kids comes from the ghetto. So unapata mtoto hata kama ni kukula ni problem. So unaangalia mtu yeye anakuja maybe wakati ametrain akwambia coach, I have nothing to eat, hata kama naweza unibaya chai. So unajua you can't make money kwa mtu mwenye kwanza hata hajakula. And then I changed my approach, nikaona okay, if I'm really giving back to the community, I really need to support these kids. And the dream ikaendelea. Saizi took almost 5-6 years down the line, and I'm so happy that we have really produced some of the kids that wenye saizi wanaweza cheza competitive league zenye ziko affiliated to the federation, and we still have a couple of them wenye wanaendelea ku grow. So for me it is something that gave me a challenge, because even myself growing up I never went through the youth structures. So nikasema maybe nikipatia the kids pia opportunity itakuwa poa. Na pia beside that, of course, we came up with other programs zenye tunaona zina complement the ideas of coming up with the academy. Yes.
Okay, and Abdul, you've heard what James says. I know you've been involved in organizing a lot of grassroots tournaments, more so in the capital, Nairobi. So probably what inspired this?
First of all, I'm a resident of Nairobi, and Nairobi is home. And this is where I've been raised. And as they say, you always begin from home.
Charity begins at home.
Charity begins at home. And this is where I also played my early childhood football. And I've just decided to give back to the young children in the mtaa that I've spent a lot of time with. Yeah, so it's basically me just giving back and giving them an opportunity to, some of them, showcase their talent, and you know, as we position them for leagues. Yeah.
And talking of tournaments, we've seen some similar to yours organized in Nairobi and other parts of the country. But now, from where you sit, where is the gap between talent spotting, which we see every single day in this tournament, but now walking the journey with this talented player to ensure that by the time he's turning 16, 17 or 18, he realizes his potential and becomes a professional footballer? Where is the gap? Identification and the journey.
You know, first of all, there's a pool of talent that has not been identified and that has not been also tapped. And in my opinion, I think we need working structures, possibly, and also talent academies, possibly, you know, supported by government or even built through partnership programs. Yeah.
So you think that's still lacking?
Yes.
And Situma, a good point is raising, and you said you're more of a street footballer. You didn't have the luxury to go to an academy and be trained the modern way, technology and whatnot, schooling. But now, you look at our national football team, Harambee Stars. We are struggling with talent, and that's the reality. We have players who've been there for long, probably because they are good enough, or maybe because we don't have somebody to elbow them out of that position. And probably, again, if you look at talent development, the systems are non-existent.
Yeah, I will agree with Wamta, the way he said that we just need to have structures. We just need to be consistent in developing the talents, because where we have the big gap is that, you know, the coaches try a lot to come up with the short programs whereby the kids go play, but then what happens? Maybe we have two within a year, maybe during the school holidays. So I believe we can, if you want to tap more talents, we just need long-term structures whereby even we have school academies. Okay, of course, for us, we have academies, but in quotes, maybe the amateurs, because the structure, you know, all you need is the finance and to make sure that you run the academy. When we have the schools whereby maybe these kids can be taken to some of the classes, maybe learn about English, learn about maybe foreign language, it can help them through maybe when it gets a time when maybe they are going to play more professional football, so it becomes easy. And then at the national team, we just need to come up with a pool of players in regions whereby we have people in charge. These kids need to be playing from day one to the last day. But again, you know, when we have these tournaments whereby maybe once in a while they go in camp, and again, what happens after maybe some of the qualifiers games, you know, no one looks up to these kids where they have gone because they just vanish. So I just think that we need to come up with a system whereby we just have a data of almost, let's say, maybe 300 kids. A
database for the players.
Exactly.
Yeah,
maybe playing for the national team. So we need to have this follow-up. You know, when you are not playing in the national team, you have a certain club or a certain academy who follows you whenever you're playing and make sure that they just are up to date where you're playing, what you're doing, so that we just have the consistency in the national team. We have the under 15, under 17, under 20, under 23, and then we just need to have a systematic way of integrating these kids from maybe a certain age to the other age.
I'll come back to you. But Mohammed, let me ask about the financial implication, because this has been a challenge. You organize grassroots tournament. How heavy is this in terms of the pocket? Do you get partnerships? How have you been going through this? And do you expect teams that participate in this, they register? And if so, how much? Or is it a measure of giving back to the community?
This is a measure of just giving back to the communities. Give these young children a platform where they can shine, you know, test their talents and grow. And mostly ni kitu ya kujituma. And you know, you do what you can where you can. Where you can't, you talk to a few friends, and that's how we've succeeded. Yeah.
So what are some of the challenges probably you've identified by now, and what would be the recommendations?
As I said earlier, the challenges in football is a leadership challenge. Proper working structures, you know, stage by stage, and of course the financial implication, financial support. Yeah, that is my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Situma, A viewer might be watching now and wondering, how do I get my child to see Tumas Academy? Do you charge? What's the process of joining this Inspire Academy?
Yeah, initially what we always do is that we have the registration fee, which is annual. It's just one-off. Once you join the academy and then you are a member, and then we charge as low as 2,000 per month. That's for registration. Yeah, that's beside registration. That's basically it helps in planning for the friendly around the around town, and maybe when you are going to play outside town, we really involve the parents or guardians, whereby they come on board to make sure that they facilitate for the kids to travel and maybe play friendly games outside the town. And also what we normally do is, as Wamta said, we also do we have a friendly contribution, whereby we just deliberately approach some of the friends so that they can help the kids, because we have a lot of challenges. They don't have boots, they don't have playing kits. So, we really need to have people on board. And for us, we have a couple of partners around.
Okay. So this makes at least helps you meet some of
exactly.
the
They can give us maybe water when we're traveling, and also we have tried to make sure that we have more partners to make sure that they help in one way or another. At the moment we have Ubunifu Sports Academy in Nakuru. They are doing so well, and the other day last year around November we came into partnership whereby we have the exchange programs between the two academies, and also we have come up with a way to partner with high schools. We have Matiliko High School, we have St. Maurice in Mumias High School. We have Bwake Boys now, whereby our kids that does not manage to pay school fees, at least we have a place whereby they can go and get learning. Interesting.
But Situma, assuming, quantify it for us in a year, assuming you didn't have these partners, you are running this from scratch, and Swila's son want to join this academy, how much would Swila's son pay annually, assuming all these factors are not there? Probably in a year. How much would it be?
I can't quantify, because where we sit as an academy, we are in ghetto, vile nilikwambia, and at times, this month maybe you get a support from the parent, next month there's no support, and 40%, or let me say maybe 50%, can't afford to pay the
Absolutely. Exactly. That's the point I was driving at. Yeah.
Yes.
They are beyond reach of many.
Exactly. So it's all about the passion you have, and the ideas, and just you being creative to make sure that you continue running the academy, and maybe the end product that you want to see these kids succeed. So basically what we normally do is we have those different programs on board whereby we involve the kids, and that's whereby we have also the partners, because when you want to have a partner, he needs his value back. So we come up with tailor-make programs whereby we involve the community in supporting the academy.
Mohammed, apart from football training and the skills, what else do you offer these youngsters? Because it's not just football, but I think these players should come out of an academy when they're the holistic approach in terms of leadership. How do they mature up? You've seen players go to Europe quite young. Some of them, they can't withstand the culture shock and the weather there. So other than the football skills, what else should be offered in this age group systems?
I think we should also do social empowerment and leadership skills. We have some of the players. We need to prepare them for also leadership positions. And we have an example of McDonald Mariga, who has been playing in the Mutaz and went to be the first Kenyan to have ever won the Champions League, and came back here as a leader. So we need to prepare them in every other aspect of life, including leadership. Yeah.
And probably, I talked of structures. There is a federation in place and their parameters. Are you engaging the federation? Are you working with them? For sustainability?
No, currently the new federation, there is a new leadership in the football federation. They are very new, and I want to be very optimistic. The president and the duo, they are people I believe who have the capacity it takes to take the Kenyan football to the next level. One of them, the deputy, Hussein, has been, I think, in the football industry for more than 20 years, been there, done it, did it. And McDonald also being the first Kenyan to have ever won. I'm very optimistic they are going to take the Kenyan football to the next level. Yeah.
Situma, we are out of time, but Harambee Stars, you played for it. The same old struggles for the last 30 years. What should we do different? Chan, factors permitting, in August, we'll be hosting it here, and that's a tourney for locally based players. And basically, your academies should be feeding Harambee Stars with this kind of talents.
Yeah, it's so massive to have such a tournament in our country for the first time, and it's the biggest platform for the Kenyan players to showcase. Like wamekuletea soko kwa mlango ni ojiuze, but yes. We need to do a lot because for us to be more competitive, we just need to have a competitive league. So I believe we can still go 2 steps behind and then make sure that we jump further. And in that, I mean, we just need to come up with good structures to make sure that the league is so stable, and the players are getting the value of their time on the pitch. And again, for the federation, I believe we have the right guys also, sober-minded, and I believe with the help of the clubs who are the members, I believe we can come up with something good for Kenyan football, because we have players. And believe me, whenever we have played a national tournament in our country, we have always done well. So I believe the local players are up to the task. They say, okay, we are in a group of death, but I believe that this...
You think we'll get out of that group?
Yeah, of course, why not? And I'm so positive because, you know, football is 11 men against 11, and I believe it will give the coach and the players a humble time to make sure that they prepare for these games.
This tourney. And of course, I hope you're going to tap into those talents. We want to see them at Tusker. We want to see them go to Albania. We want to see them go far. And I hope they won't be talent lost or wasted like Shitera. You keep telling us he was a player, but he didn't realize his potential.
Yeah, maybe, okay.
Yeah, just carry on, Situma. I'll come to you shortly.
Yeah, I think we need to tap more the talents, and also maybe involve more other academies, because we have a pool of academies that are really developing the players. And us at Inspire, I'm really so grateful that we have also extended our partnership to work with Kabarak University, the junior primary. They have so talented players.
So we have a lot of plans coming up.
Exactly.
Okay, Mohammed.
Yeah, picking on Chan, I think it's a very good opportunity to grow the local football talent, and it can, if smartly looked at, it can act as a feeder to the Harambee Stars, to the national team.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
what should we expect from you, Wamta? Should we expect more tournaments, Zamta, Ama? Will you probably stretch your wings beyond Nairobi, Ama it's just you're dwelling on Nairobi?
I'm always focusing on Nairobi, and you expect more tournaments, and hopefully position these young people for European and international leagues. Yeah. Do
you have partners too, or are you talking to some to come on board?
We've caught the attention of international academies, and we are talking to them. So they will be sending some scouting teams and to tap into these talents, hopefully.
Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe for us, we do county to county, of course, soccer clinics as Inspire Soccer Academy. So we have extended to countrywide, and also we have in partnership with Future Lions in UK. So we're hoping, we were supposed to travel last year in April, but the journey didn't materialize. But we hope this time in August we can do something, and the kids will travel to UK.
We want to see it materialize, and of course, we are always a call away. We want to see more growth and development, and we'll be there to tell your stories. And of course, that's James Situma, ex-Harambee Stars defender, and of course, Mohammed Wamta Abdul, joining us today here on Sporty Monday, just to share their vision and of course talk about football development and the role of academies in shaping the talent. Sporty Monday takes a brief commercial break, but don't go away. When we return, Zita has a lot lined up for you regarding the UEFA Champions League. Shitera will be in Germany analyzing Bayern's run. Will they reclaim the Bundesliga? This and much more after the break. Stay tuned.